Alright guys, welcome back to Hundley TA. It is Wednesday and we're starting off with SPY once again. Things keep pushing up for SPY. It's getting a little caught up on this resistance zone, but that was to be expected. We could even see it start to reject and come back down for another test of the support zone before continuing to bounce up. At least that's kind of what I'm expecting from here. But who knows, we still might keep charging upwards like it has been recently. Bitcoin's still kind of struggling. It is caught up in this pretty impressive downtrend. It seems like popped up after testing this zone only to be rejected again, but we have another support zone here that we're testing. I keep trying to scalp a little bit more. I have this short back here that I took last night, just simple break and retest, and continue to fall out. So I'm going to try and do scalping here on Bitcoin, especially more and more, so I can get some more trade volume going in on crypto. But yeah, let's move on to Forex. Euro NZD. Been really wanting this to pull back to this the support zone here, so I can get in on a long. I like this uptrend that's taking place, and I have my stop loss just beneath this lower support zone. But yeah, it's really trying to stay away from it, seems like. So may not get an entry there. GBP CHF, still hoping for an entry on this resistance zone here after breaking this downtrend. Take that off, but this is a pretty nice zone. I think I could take a short at. USD CAD, perfect bounce and entry just in the last few hours here on the support zone. This is still bouncing between these trend lines here and this kind of a flag pattern, so I really want to get in on that long. I think should be a good trade, but you never know with the market, so hopefully that does work out. Euro CHF starting to make me a little nervous. After this initial bounce, it's starting to make higher highs, higher lows. Might be headed upwards. If I see it starting to reject, I may try and take an exit out if I get another chance within profits. But I still don't really like exiting trades early. It's just this little structure that's setting up here, not a fan of. So I'll probably start to try and develop some clear criteria to which I can be okay taking an early exit of trade, because I don't like to do it too often. But you know, with clear higher lows and higher highs like this, or vice versa, may be a good opportunity to exit the trade early. So GP NZD, I did have both trade setups on the long and short for this one. Did enter my long and is bouncing upwards, so we'll see if it makes it to the next zone. My profit target's kind of deep in that zone, so I may adjust my stop and take profit accordingly, because if I also take a short here, obviously I'm betting against myself, so yeah, I'm okay taking a take profit into a zone, but in this case I might not want it too deep into this zone. Euro USD, nice break and retest on this zone here, and so we're just about halfway through, a little less than halfway through my profit target there, so hopefully it keeps going. USD JPY, still think JPY is on a upward trajectory, so I'm hoping this one continues in that direction. NZD USD, break and retest on the resistance zone here, just needs to keep going. CAD CHF did exit in profits. This one I may have actually covered on my last video, I don't remember, but I'll take it off my watch list to be sure. CAD GPY is so close. This is another one of those that the profit target is within the next zone, and since this is a weekly zone, you can see there's some immediate rejection, but it's so close. I'm hoping it'll just have a quick bump up into my take profit so I can exit that trade. EuroCAD, I do think I covered this one in the last episode, but it did fall out and trigger my stop loss, so take that one off the watch list now. Euro AUD, I did want to cover this because this one could be a fake out, because it did just drop down beneath the zone, coming back for the retest, and of course I immediately thought, you know, break and retest, take a short, but I did take a look at the history. You know, this is something I could have seen myself biting on. I probably did, honestly, where, you know, pretty clear break, so I set up the short and then it just blasted that zone, probably triggered my stop. So I'm not sure about this zone. You know, it has been held up as resistance before, but only successfully after like bouncing off another support zone, lower support zone, rather than just finding support at a random level and then shooting past it. So I'm thinking I won't bother shorting this zone unless it comes back down for the test here, which I do have a long setup at play there, but that still may not even be a great long considering the history of this zone. So I may just stand pat on this pairing all together, but I just thought it was worth bringing up because that's something that probably would have caught me in the past. So AUD JPY, I know I did like JPY as it's on a pretty sharp uptrend, but this so it was looking like a pretty tempting zone for a short, so I went ahead and bid on it. Just gonna get rid of that, declutter the charts a little bit. So we'll see if it does get rejected, but considering JPY just keeps pumping up, it may not. AUD did trigger my stop loss, just unfortunate trade there. Didn't respect the resistance on the retest like I thought it would, and that happens. So take that one off watch now. GPAUD was a winner, just a nice resistance here, and triggered my take profit there. I can take that one off. AUD NZD, this is one to consider. It is coming up for a test on this weekly resistance zone, and I have this big old trade set up with a really big stop loss to accommodate for this high back here. So I think it could work as a longer term swing trade on the weekly. I don't normally trade on weeklies just because of opportunity cost. You know, can make a lot more trades within the hourly candles, the 4 hourly candles. So I'd be missing out on some trades if I took that, but I thought it was worth looking at as well. So I probably will stay out of that one, but just a decent trade on the weekly there. USD this one is kind of hard to tell where it's going to go, but I thought it could be a decent short on this zone here. It's been testing a couple times. Looks like it might come up for a third try, but you know, these tests have been lower highs while you do have higher lows. yeah, so I'm unsure about this one, but if I didn't want to take a short on it, I could enter here on this third try. And it is a smaller zone. I do like trying to keep my zones nice and small like this. Tend to work out, so then I can keep my profit target closer to entry. So I think I'll still stand pat on this one, but I did want to watch it to see if it worked out. GBP, JPY. If this breaks this, I'll put this trade in and hopefully get in on the retest. Another JPY long that I think could work out. And that's it for today. Like I said, I'm going to keep trying to scalp Bitcoin and hopefully find some more success there. But yeah, make sure to leave a comment with what you guys have been trading. Hit that like and subscribe on your way out. Thanks for watching.